So if you're anything like my clients or any girl that I know in a corporate job, you probably exercise nearly every single day, go to therapy and recite daily affirmations. You've taken a vacation, vented to your friends more times than you can count, and even tried meditation because someone on TikTok said it would help. So why do you still feel stuck, exhausted, and overwhelmed? Well, I hate to break it to you, but most of the advice out there doesn't fix burnout. It just helps you cope with it. And there's a big difference between coping and healing. In this video, I'm breaking down why common burnout advice doesn't work and what you can do instead. And if you're new here, hi, I'm Thalia. I'm a certified health coach and the creator of Notes by Thalia, a self-development hub for corporate girls looking to bounce back from burnout and transform their draining job into a career they love. Every week-ish, I share content on self-development, burnout recovery, finding joy, and career growth. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more. So the first popular solution I'm going to cover is getting a new job. This is probably the go-to solution when we're starting to have discomfort or negative thoughts about our job. I mean, I don't know about you, but when I was stuck in my 9 to 5, I used to fantasize about quitting like every other day. And it was always in a dramatic Bridget Jones walking out moment with RSPCT playing on in the background.
Thank you, Daniel. That is very good to know. But if staying here means working within 10 yards of you, frankly, I'd rather have a job wiping Saddam Hussein's arse. R-E-S-P-C-T, find out what it means to me. R-E-S-P-C-T, take out T-C-T. Suck it to me, 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 suck it to me. Everyone. Just a little bit, little respect, just a little bit. All the time, just a little bit. Keep on trying, just a little bit. Now roll it out, just a little bit.
Oh, just sod off.
That scene was actually goals. And yes, in theory, a new job sounds great. You have a new boss, a new workplace, new responsibilities, you're getting stuck into new projects. But when that novelty wears off, you're just going to be stuck right back at square one again. That's because if you're not clear on what actually led you to burnout in the first place, it's just going to follow you into your next role. Think of it like this. A new job is just a prettier version of the same problem. And that's because burnout isn't always triggered by a stressful workplace or a demanding workload. It goes so much deeper than that. I'm talking about having a lack of boundaries, being stuck in people-pleasing mode, and feeling out of sync with the work that you're doing. What I mean by that is spending every single day doing work that doesn't motivate you, it doesn't drive you, it doesn't fuel your creative juices. It's just boring and you've outgrown it. So if you're wondering, should I quit my job? Here's what you can do instead. So get clear on your values. What do you need to feel fulfilled? So is it creativity, freedom, adventure? Once you are able to map out your core values, you can kind of give more meaning to your job because you can start to build it in a way that aligns with those core values. And if you're stuck in a job that is never going to align with those values, you can make sure that you're inviting them into other areas of your personal life. Spot your bad habits as well, because sometimes it's not always the job itself. It's just the way that we work in the job. Are you overworking, avoiding conflict, saying yes too much? Remember, you're the one in control of setting boundaries. So make sure you stick to the ones that you do actually create for yourself. And check for red flags in your current role. Is it actually the job that's the problem, or is it the way that you're showing up to work? Okay, so I put my microphone on because I feel like I really want to use my hands. So number 2 is taking a vacation, everyone's favorite hack. Just like in a British soap opera where they always reach for the tea when something goes wrong, a vacation also seems like it's going to cure all. A week in the sun, cocktails on the beach, well-deserved lie-ins, 0 Slack notifications sounds like the ultimate dream. And yes, a vacation will give you that relief that you need, but you need to realize that it is only temporary. Once you're back in the office, you go right back to staring at the same draining inbox, dealing with the same work environment. And within a week, you're right back where you started. A vacation is basically like slapping a plaster on a wound. It's only going to protect you for a while. It doesn't actually help you heal. I'm all for taking time off work and embracing that out of office lifestyle. If you know me, I'm a true advocate for rest and self-care. But the thing is, real change only comes from shifting how you're going to work, not just taking time off. So you really want to treat rest like a habit, not as a reward. Make self-care a daily part of your routine, not just something that you turn to at the weekends to wind down. Respect your own boundaries as well. I brought this up earlier, but if you're always pushing back on the limits and the rules that you put in place, then that's not on the other person, that is on you. And focus on wellness habits that you actually need. Don't just drink a green juice or do a HIIT workout for the sake of it or because everyone else on social media is doing that. Find those habits that are really going to support your personality and your lifestyle. Number 3, talking to HR. This is my favorite solution to debunk because it makes perfect sense. You're struggling at work, so the obvious solution would be to go and talk to human resources. Sure, they might listen, nod, maybe offer you some advice, hand you some well-being resources, but it rarely leads to actual change. And that's because it's not their job to help you navigate burnout. They're just there to keep the company running smoothly. What I would do instead is talk to someone who's neutral. A coach or a mentor like me can really offer clarity without the judgment. Also, journaling. This is what I turn to the most because it really helps me process how I'm really feeling and get clear on what's working and what's not. And stop collecting advice and really start trusting yourself. Getting perspective from friends and family is great, but let's be honest, only you know what is best for you. So number 4 is therapy. This is going to be an unpopular opinion. I'm not against therapy. I think it's great if you are dealing with emotional wounds and past trauma. But if your biggest problem is hating your job, then you probably don't need to spend months analyzing your childhood. Burnout recovery isn't just about healing the past. It's about building a future that works for you. It's not enough just to sit there and unpack why you people please, why you overwork, why you tie your sense of self-worth to your productivity. It really comes down to rebuilding and creating a lifestyle that aligns with the person you want to become, the way you want to show up, the goals that you want to reach, the career that you want to have for yourself. So yes, do all the inner work that you want. That's what I do, but also make a plan alongside that, because processing is great, but progress only comes from taking action. Use what you're learning in therapy to make real changes at work. Don't just make notes, actually implement them. I also recommend finding support that is going to help you move forward. So health coaching or career coaching can really pick up where your therapy leaves off and help you build out that plan so you're moving towards your goals. Details for how you can work with me are in the show notes below. And number 5, drum roll please, suck it up and work harder, because this has worked so well for you in the past. You think you're being too fragile, too snowflakey, so you tell yourself just to ignore how you're really feeling and push through. Hustle more, work a little later. If you can just get on top of your to-do list, everything is going to be okay. I hope you can hear the sarcasm in my voice. I don't think it's coming off, but this solution does not work. No matter how many people tell you just to suck it up, everyone hates their job, hustling harder is not going to get you anywhere. So instead of pushing yourself harder and harder when you're already running on empty, I recommend resting. That's it. That is the tip. I want you to start giving yourself permission to slow down. Productivity means nothing if you're too burnt out to enjoy the life that you're building for yourself. So in a nutshell, the reason why most burnout advice doesn't work is because burnout has less to do with your job and way more to do with how you're showing up in your life. Not just your work life, but also in your personal life. I'm talking about the pressure to be perfect, the need to prove yourself, and the habit of saying yes when you really want to say no. All of that runs really, really deep. And it doesn't just magically disappear with time off, a better work environment, or resources from HR. The good news is there is a way to beat burnout without having to quit your job, go running to HR, or taking another vacation and spending money that you probably don't have. What you need is a mindset overhaul, radical self-care, and the courage to prioritize what truly matters to you. And that's exactly what I teach inside my book, Stay and Slay. It's your no BS guide to breaking the burnout cycle and actually slaying in and out of the office. Inside, I'll walk you through my 3-part anti-burnout framework and show you how to understand what's actually causing your burnout, because I guarantee it's probably not the workload. feel more aligned and fulfilled in your current job, rewire the perfectionism and the people pleasing keeping you stuck, and actually build habits that are going to support your energy, your lifestyle, your personality, not just your productivity. Get your copy now. The link for that is in the description. And I just 10 out of 10 recommend that you read it. So much life and soul and love has gone into this book. And I honestly wish I had this framework like a few years ago when I was dealing with a toxic job and all I wanted to do was quit. I'll see you guys next week. And don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more.